Our story begins a long, long time ago. At least as far back as 13,000 years ago, people in the Levant and Turkey were making beers for feasts and rituals by fermenting wild grains. This is before humans settled down and started farming. Beer is essentially liquid bread. To make either, you mix grain like barley, wheat or rice with water and leave it to ferment. Grains ferment because of yeast, tiny single-celled fungi that are everywhere. These little buddies turn the sugars in the grains into alcohol. If you leave out some mushed up grains, wild yeasts will find them and start fermenting. Wild yeasts have a very particular set of skills. They will find you and they will ferment you. If you make a dough from the fermented mush and bake it, you'll get bread. A more soupy version becomes beer. Maybe, and it's a big maybe, 10,000 years ago, hunter-gatherer groups routinely came together to party and drink beer they made from wild grain. Then they realised they could secure a steady supply of grain to make beer if they stayed in one place and just farmed grains. Beer and the festivals that come along with it might have convinced hunter-gatherers to settle down in cramped towns and work long, grueling days on farms under the rule of kings, pharaohs and priests. Communities had to come together to build infrastructure like irrigation canals for their crops. Once the grain grew, they had to learn how to store, process and distribute it, which led to writing and governments and militaries to protect those grains.